I'm going to take the Detroit Lions minus 7.5 against the Washington Commanders this week. Obviously, we know about the Jaden Daniels injury and the dislocated elbow, and it'll be the Marcus Mariota show where, yeah, he's been pretty good in that spot, filling in for Jaden Daniels. But, you take a look at this Detroit Lions team, and, a lot of people didn't see what transpired last week against the Minnesota Vikings, right? Not a lot of people high on JJ McCarthy. But I think when you take a look at the situation with this Lions team has been very successful under Dan Campbell, has been coming off of a loss, right? 13-4 straight up, 13-4 ATS are the lines in those spots. And we go back to last week where the Seattle Seahawks and Sam Darnold were absolutely able to shred the Commanders defense. I think we could see a repeat of that this week with the Detroit Lions coming to town, led by Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery and Sam LaPorta, and the list goes on for that offense of the Detroit Lions. And, you take a look over the last 4 weeks for this Washington Commanders defense in particular, they've given up at least 25 points in each of those last 4 games against the Chicago Bears, the Dallas Cowboys, the Chiefs, and last week against the Seattle Seahawks, where they gave up 38 points. And now, you're going to have a focused and motivated Detroit Lions team that's trying to stay, in contention for that NFC North division. And we talk about dream crushing, right? Where now you've lost Jaden Daniels for pretty much the entirety of the season. I mean, this season is pretty much done for that Commanders team. Right now, sitting at what I believe they're 3-6, and I just think that Lions deep or offense is just going to come in and do what the Seattle Seahawks were able to do to them last week, putting up 38 points. I don't see a lot, and they also dealt with a lot of injuries. Have the Commanders at the wide receiving group. I know Terry McLaurin has been in and out, more out than in. Deebo Samuel just hasn't looked like the guy he has been or has been throughout his career when he was with the 49ers. And the running game hasn't really been consistent for that Commanders team. So at some point, I do expect this team to be trailing, and that's not a situation I want Marcus Mariota in. So I think the Lions cruise here 7.5. I think they win this game by double digits at minimum. Something similar to what I took with Lamar Jackson against the Miami Dolphins last week. But yeah, I think the Lions roll here minus 7.5.